Section 9b, the second noble truth, the arising of Dukkha, karma and rebirth. Now, the Pali word kama or the Sanskrit word karma literally means action doing. But in Buddhist theory of karma, it has a specific meaning. It means only volitional action, not all action, nor does it mean the result of karma as many people wrongly and loosely use it. In Buddhist terminology, karma never means its effect. Its effect is known as the fruit or the result of karma. Volition may relatively be good or bad, just as a desire may relatively be good or bad. So, karma may be good or bad relatively. Good karma produces good effects, and bad karma produces bad effects. Thirst, volition, karma, whether good or bad, has one force as its effect, force to continue in a good or bad direction. Whether good or bad, it is relative and is within the cycle of continuity. An arahant, though he acts, does not accumulate karma, because he is free from the false idea of self, free from the thirst for continuity and becoming, free from all other defilements and impurities. For him there is no rebirth. The theory of karma should not be confused with the so-called moral justice or reward and punishment. The idea of moral justice or reward and punishment arises out of the conception of a supreme being, a God who sits in judgment, who is a lawgiver and who decides what is right and wrong. The term justice is ambiguous and dangerous, and in its name, more harm than good is done to the humanity. The theory of karma is the theory of cause and effect, of action and reaction. It is a natural law, which has nothing to do with the idea of justice or reward and punishment. Every volitional action produces its effect or results. If a good action produces good effects and a bad action bad effects, it is not justice or reward or punishment meted out by anybody or any power sitting in judgment on your action, but this is in virtue of its own nature, its own law. This is not difficult to understand, but what is difficult is that according to the karma theory, the effects of a volitional action may continue to manifest themselves even in a life after death. Here we have to explain what death is according to Buddhism. What is death? We have seen earlier that a being is nothing but a combination of physical and mental forces or energies. What we call death is the total non-functioning of the physical body. Do all these forces and energies stop altogether with the non-functioning of the body? Buddhism says no. Will, volition, desire, thirst to exist, to continue, to become more and more, is a tremendous force that moves whole lives, whole existences, that even moves the whole world. This is the greatest force, the greatest energy in the world. According to Buddhism, this force does not stop with the non-functioning of the body, which is death, but it continues manifesting itself in another form, producing re-existence, which we call rebirth. What is rebirth? Now, another question arises. If there is no permanent, unchanging entity or substance like self or soul, what is it that can re-exist or be reborn after death? Before we can go on to life after death, let us consider what this life is and how it continues now. What we call life, as we have so often repeated, is the combination of the five aggregates, a combination of physical and mental energies. These are constantly changing. They do not remain the same for 2 consecutive moments. Every moment they are born and they die. When the aggregates arise, decay, and die, O bhikkhu. Every moment you are born, decay, and die. Thus, even now during this lifetime, every moment we are born and die, but we can continue. If we can understand that this is life, we can continue without a permanent, unchanging substance like self or soul. Why can't we understand that those forces themselves can continue without a self or soul behind them after then non-functioning of the body? When this physical body is no more capable of functioning, energies do not die with it, but continue to take some other shape or form, which we call another life. In a child, all the physical, mental, and intellectual faculties are tender and weak, but they have within them the potentiality of producing a full-grown man. Physical and mental energies, which constitute the so-called being, have within themselves the power to take a new form and grow gradually and gather forces to the full. As there is no permanent, unchanging substance, nothing passes from one moment to the next. So quite obviously, nothing permanent or unchanging can pass or transmigrate from one life to the next. It is a series that continues unbroken but changes every moment. This series is, really speaking, nothing but movement. It is like a flame that burns through the night. It is not the same flame, nor it is another. A child grows up to be a man of 60. Certainly the man of 60 is not the same as a child of 60 years ago, nor is he another person. Similarly, a person who dies here and is reborn elsewhere is neither the same person nor another. It is the continuity of the same series. The difference between death and birth is only a thought moment. The last thought moment in this life conditions the first thought moment in the so-called next life, which in fact is the continuity of the same series. During this life itself too, one thought moment conditions the next thought moment. So, from this Buddhist point of view, the question of life after death is not a great mystery, and a Buddhist is never worried about this problem. As long as there is this thirst to be and to become, the cycle of continuity goes on. It can stop only when its driving force, this thirst, is cut off through wisdom which sees reality, truth, nirvana.